talking about the new Top Gear episode that I had a chance to watch for the first time yesterday, and I will put the windows up. Oh, look at a little chipmunk in the road. Oh my god, a baby chipmunk. He's like this big. But anyway, talking about the new Top Gear episode, had a chance to watch it finally, and just to clarify what we're talking about the, ooh, nice power stroke there, towing a boat. He's going somewhere fun. We're talking about, I'm sorry, this is 2 distractions already in the first 30 seconds. But anyway, talking about the one with Matt LeBlanc, Chris Evans, Shabine Schmidt, etc. So this is the reboot on the BBC, not, the new show, The Grand Tour on Amazon Prime with Jeremy, Richard, and James. So that's what we're talking about. And if you guys remember, a little while ago, I made a video on this called New Top Gear is a Mess, and I made that video after the trailer was released for the new episodes. And, my video got mixed reviews. Now, when the trailer got released, it had many more dislikes than likes, which is usually pretty hard to do on YouTube unless you're Justin Bieber or Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. But it was pretty much a mess, and I made that video. It ended up getting a lot bigger than I ever thought. 250,000 views. I never thought it would get that big, but it did. And a lot of people, a lot of the dislikes on my end were people saying, oh, we thought you were going to show clips of the show, and I didn't do that then. I'm not going to do it now just because I know legally I could, but the BBC I've seen is a real bitch when it comes to copyright stuff, and I just don't want to deal with it. So I'm sorry if you're watching this video, I'm not going to have any clips of it, but it is for free. I watched it on demand for free yesterday, and it is available now. The episode has been out, so definitely check it out if you haven't already. Of course, you can also get anything on the internet for free, so definitely check it out if you haven't already. But I made that video, and I promised that I would go into the new show with an open mind, and I did. And here's how it worked. Basically, instead of 3 hosts, they had 2. It was Matt LeBlanc and Chris Evans, and this new show should have been right up my alley. It had the Viper ACR, it had the Z06, and if you're new to my channel, that's what we're driving here right now is a Z06. So it should have been right up my alley, and I did like parts of it. And here's the thing, it was, I would say, this is my overall view of the show, I'm going to say here at the beginning, and then we'll go into specifics. My overall view is this: if you've never watched Top Gear before and you weren't a fan, which probably everyone is, it's watchable. But if you do know the old Top Gear, it's pretty much unwatchable. And, like I said, they started out with 2 hosts. Nothing really wrong with that. We'll go right today. But, they had, for instance, the first challenge they did was the Reliant Robin challenge. And it was Matt LeBlanc and Chris Evans. And they looked like they were having a terrible time. They really did. They didn't look like they were enjoying it. The challenge didn't really make sense. It was kind of like totally random. It was just thrown into the episode, and then they had the other stuff going on, so I didn't really get that. Didn't look like they were enjoying it. They definitely didn't want to be there. And, here's the proof that I kept an open mind. The person that I thought that I was really going to hate was Chris Evans. Thought I was going to hate him, and I still don't like him. And I thought I was really going to like Matt LeBlanc. It ended up kind of being the opposite. Chris Evans, again, I still don't like the guy that much, but he put in what I thought, a lot of effort, and I thought he was a higher energy guy, he's having fun. Matt LeBlanc was just super low energy, and I don't mean like James May low energy. I mean like miserable. Like, it was just bad how low. I think he said about 25 words throughout the whole episode, so I didn't enjoy that part at all. During the Reliant challenge, he was just absolutely miserable. And then so it was those 2 were like the main hosts, and then during the Viper Corvette challenge, they had Shabine Schmidt driving the Corvette. And, as I expected, all the camera work, all the editing was really cool, as it always is. And, that part of the show was okay. I enjoyed that part. It was all right. I thought they did pretty good. Shabine Schmidt, I have a hard time understanding what she's saying sometimes, and, I think that she was having a good time, genuinely having fun. So I didn't mind that part so much. And then the reasonably priced car part was no longer a reasonably priced, like, regular car. It's a rally car now, a mini rally car. And I thought that was okay. They had 2 people on there. Now, again, I don't know if it's going to work like that in every episode. They had Gordon Ramsay and Jesse Eisenberg, who is an American actor. And that part was okay. Now, that's a part that I never liked to begin with, so I'm probably always going to skip over that part and never give a shit. So if you like that part, I'm sure that you're going to be just fine. I thought the rally car was a cool way to switch things up, so I didn't mind, I didn't mind that part. So that's kind of how it worked, and there were some other different things, and I won't spoil it for everyone, but that was pretty much the episode. They had the Reliant challenge, the Reliant Robins, the 3-wheeled ridiculous cars I guess they built in Europe at one point, and then they had the Viper and the Corvette challenge to see which one was better, and I won't say which one won. It wasn't the Corvette. But so that was basically the gist of the episode, and then they had the stars in the cars. So other than that, I thought it was pretty bad. Like I said, it was just about unwatchable. I didn't think they were having a good time. I don't like the way that there were only 2 hosts, and I was salty from the very beginning about how the whole Top Gear thing went down with Jeremy. I don't like the way that they fired him, and I think it's ridiculous. If they fired him for what he did, I disagree with it, but that's fine. They got to stick to their guns and do what they got to do. But if they truly believe that he was a bad representation of their organization and that they couldn't be affiliated with him, then why did they continue to play Top Gear Gear episodes. And I think it's funny because after that new episode, an old one started playing, and I was way more excited about the old episode that I'd probably seen 8 or 9 times than I was about the brand new episode that I just watched. So, you know, that's about it. I'm not going to ramble on here. I didn't mean to keep this video so long as it is already, but it is what it is. It wasn't the worst show in the world, but I thought it was pretty bad. Like I said, honestly, if you're a Top Gear fan, it was just about unwatchable. If you're not a Top Gear fan and like you're just going into this show fresh, brand new, you know, I could see how you could enjoy it. It's not like the worst thing in the world. And like I said, you know, the camera works cool, the cars are cool, so all the stuff that we knew was going to be good with Top Gear is still good. Now, with all that being said, I will go into episode number 2 with an open mind as well, and we'll see. You know, maybe it gets better. That was the first ever episode, so we'll see. Hopefully it gets better over time, but I didn't like it. I'm really looking forward to the Grand Tour on Amazon Prime, and we'll just have to see how it goes. So new Top Gear still gets, I would say, a D rating on my book. It wasn't a total F, it wasn't a total failure in my book, but still definitely a D, and it needs a lot of work. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're stopping in for the first time, please subscribe. Take care. Have a great day. Tesla.